Well, we do have more music topics.
All right.
One of the CDs that, one of the most anticipated releases of 2017, of course, was the return of Quiet Riot.
Was it?
As we've covered on the show before, Quiet Riot hired on The Voice, former Voice singer.
No.
Not from the
American Idol.
Well, they're all the same to me. I don't watch that shit. James Durbin, American Idol.
Right.
Because he was the original choice before they took Sean Sheldon.
Right.
But now they re-recorded their Road Rage release and released it.
Yeah.
And it quickly became a beer coaster for most people if they went out and bought it.
It's burning up the charts.
It is.
What do you think it takes to get on the charts now? On the rock charts? About 10,000 sales?
Yeah. I mean, it isn't a lot because nobody buys CDs or music.
And they didn't get on the chart.
No.
They did not. They didn't get there.
No.
They didn't get to the top 200. Shocking. With a quality product such as they released.
Yeah. Well, apparently a former Quiet Riot singer calls the band's music shit. Calls it shit.
Wow.
They might have had more they might have had more success by renaming the CD just called Shit. I think people might have bought it just for the novelty of having a CD just says shit on the cover.
Funny.
Former Quiet Riot singer Mark Huff has described the band's music as shit and has slammed the group's leader, Frankie Banali, as someone who thinks he has talent. Wow.
That's good.
Yeah. Huff's comments came in response to an interview Banali gave to the Morning Call in which the drummer made disparaging remarks about the many singers that he hired after Kevin DuBro's death in 2007 and prior to the addition of American Idol finalist James Durbin earlier this year.
Ooh.
Speaking about Durbin's contributions to Quiet Riot, Banali said, "What he has brought to the live material is his own thumbprint." So it does sound like Quiet Riot, but at the same time, he brings something of himself, which I welcome, because I tried the karaoke Kevin DuBro club lead singers and failed miserably doing that. So I decided to step away from that, and either people will like it and accept it on his own merits, or they won't.
Okay.
You'll like it or you won't.
Yeah, well, I'm in the won't.
What other choice do you have?
Yeah. What's your choice?
Well, what I heard, I can't listen to that. I mean, it just that high pitch, squeaky.
Yeah.
I can't listen to that. It's unlistenable.
Sounds like a girl.
Yeah, and the thing is the dogs in the neighborhood are all howling.
Yeah, it's not very good.
I mean, they just might as well have just called the CD Dog Whistle.
I chose not to review that one, I think.
No, you did review it.
Did I? Did I give it a good review?
No, you didn't give it a good review.
What did I say? I don't even remember.
You did review. You gave it like a 2, I think.
That's how memorable that record was.
Yeah, you did review it.
Oh, let me see. Pit rib. What did that one get? Oh, there it is. Sure did. Jeez, I really don't remember. I said it got an 8 out of 100. I didn't castigate it that bad. 8 out of 100. It's been a while since something this bad was released by a band with significant history. Lousy songs, worse production, and a sound that has nothing to do with the history of the name written on the cover. I simply don't believe or consider this to be Quiet Riot. Find 10 casual people that don't follow this kind of music closely, play them any song on this release, and ask them what band it is. Not a single one of them will name Quiet Riot. Not one. Embarrassing. That's well written.
Well, you did review it.
Yeah, I guess I did.
After Sleaze Rocks posted a story highlighting Banali's quote, Huff took to
Facebook
to write back with a few jabs of his own.
Ooh, look out!
He wrote, "Laugh out loud, karaoke singers. Frankie still thinks he is someone with talent or thinks he had some. He will never get any attention pretending to be nice. I haven't played drums in years, and I could still play better than his worthless karaoke hating ass.
Wow.
Hell, I can sing and play drums. If I could remember the lyrics to one piece of shit Quiet Riot song from one album, which I never purchased or borrowed."
All right. I love that this guy went out there to shit on Quiet Riot, but he loses points for that. Everybody knows that song. Yeah, you know, I mean, they may not have done very many hit songs, but those songs. But which one did he forget? Come On or Mental Health?
I think it was Come On, Feel the Noise.
Everybody knows the lyrics to that.
Sure.
You know, could you sing that song right now without?
Come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys. Get wild, wild, wild.
Yeah. And so you say I got a funny face.
Yeah.
You know, 5 seconds of listening to it, you could remember it.
Sure.
Yeah, you know. But I mean, and in fairness, the guy had fucking pudding head going on at the time.
He did. He was having some sickness going on, some health issues.
Yeah, he was having a brain tumor, for fuck's sake. I
Right.
guess it's okay. Probably okay that he forgot the lyrics.
Yeah, he was huffing paint.
No, he's Mark Huff.
Yeah, well, wasn't he a painter?
Yeah.
So he huffed paint.
Yeah, he probably did.
Huff was officially fired from Quiet Riot in January 2012. Holy shit, it's been 5 years already.
Yep.
Previously accused his former bandmates of letting him go without having the balls to tell him to his face.
Yeah, that's pretty weak.
He claimed at the time of his dismissal to have been undergoing brain surgery and revealed that he learned of his exit in a social media post.
Oof.
This was followed by a statement from Banali, who insisted that Huff's medical condition had nothing to do with the decision that he was made to kick him out of the band.
Mm-hmm. But it's still weak that he didn't do it to his face.
Well, isn't that the way our friend Jeff Scott Soto got informed that he was no longer in Journey?
And the same way that Ripper got thrown out of Frozen Dirt?
That's true, too.
Email.
That's true as well.
Yeah.
That's funny you brought that up, because I could tell you exactly where I was when you text me that information.
Where were you?
I was on Interstate 5 going north to Redding, California.
Yeah.
And I get this text. I'm driving along and my phone goes off and you go, "Ripper out of Frozen Dirt."
Right.
We are officially done with that band.
Yep. We haven't played them once since, have we?
No. But I remember the day.
Dude, you know what I remember most about that show that we did, other than the fact that we almost got sued over it?
Yeah, MOL came on and said what he said.
We ain't gonna say what he said. But yeah, we were, Lawyer Fred earned his money.
Yeah.
He earned his money counseling us on that one.
Right.
But the one thing I remember the most was that my hands were just pouring blood. Because you remember I was smashing all their CDs?
Yes.
I was all pissed off and I was breaking and smashing all their CDs. Well, my hands got completely cut to shit. And like to where it was dripping off my fingers all over my desk. That's what I remember most about that, was that I was going off in a tangent and I had a little hammer. You remember that? I had a hammer and I was smashing the discs and breaking them and shit.
Yeah.
And fucking, I cut my hands all to shit, and the blood was just pouring out of my hands.
Yeah. I was in Northern California. I was doing some due diligence on a business venture I was looking at, and driving up Interstate 5, and I'm getting this text from you telling me that Ripper got booted from Frozen Dirt.
Too funny.
Yeah. It's funny how those memories come back. I mean, that was like 10 years ago.
No. And that's a bit I would love to put online, but we can't.
Right.
Because that was a funny bit. It was listening back to it, it was funny. Yeah, it could cause us some legal issues, but It was definitely funny.
Yeah. Huff, who was succeeded by Dubrow, stated in a September 2010 interview shortly after he joined Quiet Riot, "I am honored and very excited to be Quiet Riot's new singer. I'm also humbled and feel a bit of pressure." Who wouldn't feel pressure? Kevin Dubrow was one-of-a-kind singer, songwriter, musician, and consummate performer. He had an incredible vocal range. I have mass respect for Kevin.
Now, how does he know that? He said he never even borrowed their discs.
Well, let's see. Again, short-term memory.
Yeah, maybe it's the tumor.
The tumor.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Right. Regarding what fans were supposed to expect from his live appearances with Quiet Riot, he said at the time, "I don't think trying to duplicate Kevin's every sound or move is what honors Kevin or Quiet Riot. It's important for me to stay true to the songs as they were written, as the fans remember them, and to bring the live shows to full strength. I am not here to replace Kevin Dubrow."
Mm-hmm.
He continued, "Frankie summed it up best when he said Kevin Dubrow was one of a kind and cannot be replaced. I am here to help Quiet Riot continue to keep the music alive in the most flattering way possible."
Yeah. And then they threw him out while he was had his brain split open in a doctor's table.
Yeah.
That's fucked. I don't care. I don't care about any of it. I don't even care that they throw out Mark Huff. But, man, you fired the man when he was having brain surgery.
Yeah, he's laid up in the hospital, and you go, oh, by the way, you're out.
Yeah. You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait till he got home and then tell him first and then fucking make a press release and say, well, so-and-so who's been standing in for these gigs while Mark was ill, is now going to carry on. And then you could have got out of it by saying, due to Mark's health, and everybody would have understood.
Sure.
But instead, he just, whatever.
It's old news. It's under the bridge.
Yeah, well, are you sad that I didn't go out of my way to get the interview with Frankie?
No.
We pitched it.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, nope.
Yeah, I mean, what are we going to do? We're going to lie and say, man, that was a great record. How'd that all come about?
No, not going to do
that.
What
was it like re-recording our good friend Sean Sheldon's songs?
Yeah.
What was that like?
He probably wouldn't have done it anyway. Don't you think if he saw mine or your name on it, he wouldn't have done it?
Oh, of course. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. I can't imagine that he would have. But we were pitched it. I was like, nah, I'll pass.
So you re-recorded an album you already recorded once. What was that like?
Well, Natalie. Yeah, not so good.
Yeah.
Well, the next one will be. Never mind. Will there ever be a next album?
I can't imagine.
Yeah, I mean, don't you think the damage is done with Quiet Riot?
Yeah, the thing is if Quiet Riot is going to continue to exist, they're just going to exist as a tribute band,
right?
Touring act. That's it.
I wish Jizzy would give us the real story. I know he won't, but it would be nice to know, from a pro, because Jizzy's a pro.
Yeah, of course.
It would be nice to know what was really going on there and why that just was fucking ended.
Well, I think we all know.
Well, I know, but whether we know and whether we hear it is two different things.
True, but Jizzy is at the point in his career that he can't afford to really burn any bridges.
Right.
Because, the guy has to work.
Right, sure.
And that's just, the guy is our age. And obviously he's still a good performer and, still is a viable performer. But he can't afford to just piss people off who might give him his next gig.
Right. Sure.
So
yeah, he doesn't have Don's fuck you money at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah. That's why I like Don, because he has that fuck you money.
Yeah. And he says a lot of stuff on the show that he'll never say anywhere else.
Yep.
And we got a lot of accolades. Oh, whenever Don comes on your show, man, he's really honest.
Yep.
I see the comments, and it's like, yeah, the guy speaks his mind.
Yeah, I love that.
Regardless of you agree with him or disagree or don't like what he says or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
The fact is, he basically just blurts it all out.
Sure. He definitely does.
I like it. So anyway, well, there you go. Some Quiet Riot news.
Yeah, how about that?
So at this point, and I already know the answer, but if Quiet Riot was, and they played at the Roxino, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't even think about stepping foot out the door to go see that.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Dude, it's funny because my mom watches the Voice and American Idol and all that shit. And she actually asked me about going. She asked me about meeting James Durbin.
Really?
If I could make that happen. And I was like, yeah, probably not on that one. First time she's asked me since like 25 years ago, she asked me about meeting like Meatloaf or somebody.
No kidding.
And first time she's asked me for anything like that. And sure as shit, I was like, yeah, those guys don't like me so much.
That's funny. That's funny. Your mom would actually be a fan.
She would have gone.
Well, I'm sure, but still, that's still funny to me.
Yeah, well, shit, dude, I mean, back in the day, she took me to see Led Zeppelin.
Of course.
Speaking of that, and I know, I don't want to turn this into just like plugs or whatever, but this is something I got to plug. Our good friend Martin Popoff.
Yes.
Is just, or it's not out yet, but it's coming, and I got it in the mail this week. It's a new book called Led Zeppelin, All the Albums, All the Songs.
Okay.
It's a hardback book. This might be the greatest rock book in history. And we've gone through this with a lot of people with a lot of books.
Sure.
This fucking book is amazing. It's not cheap. I'm not going to lie to you. It is definitely it's $30 US, $39 Canadian.
That's not
terrible.
Real expensive, but
no, it's not. But it's not $10 either. And it's like probably 300 pages. I'm guessing here. I'm looking to see if there's any numbers on these pages. But this book, it's 255 pages.
Okay.
So this book tells the story of every song Led Zeppelin ever recorded.
Really? Now how does somebody gather that information?
I don't know. I'm gonna get Martin on the show. I was talking to him this week about it.
Okay.
We're gonna definitely get him on, because it's like every song in the history, he talks about all this stuff. I was reading some, I was flipping around picking, my favorite songs, like That's the Way and stuff that I didn't know anything about. It's that part is great, but it's almost like it's like a coffee table sort of picture book as well. And it's like all rare photos that I've never seen before. And I consider myself a big Zepp fan.
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny you'd bring that up, because 2 weeks ago, Sunday, I pulled out the Celebration Day DVD.
Okay.
From their 2007-02 concert.
Sure.
And watched that, and I was just like, when I saw, obviously I bought the thing when it first came out. And, revisiting it again, I was just like, God damn, that was, even at this advanced age for these guys, that was a good show.
Sure. No, dude, it's Zeppelin. They're always good. I'll tell you what, Robert Plant released a new song it's on Apple Music or Spotify, probably all of them, but fucking great.
Yeah.
Best he's done in years. He stopped singing with that chick, and now he's like rocking again.
Alison Krauss.
Yeah, that was terrible, that Raising Sand.
Yeah.
That was fucking junk. Yeah, there it is. There's a picture of the book right there in the chat room, but fucking amazing book, man.
Now, how do you got an advance copy?
Yeah, I got an advance of it.
Okay.
And and I'm quite happy that I got this book, because this one is staying with me forever. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to put it on my shelf.
What? A collectible in Chris Aiken's collection?
Yeah, it's going to be like book number... I have quite a few of Martin's books now, actually. I think I have like 5 of his books. Not all of them, because he writes about like Deep Purple and stuff I don't care so much about. But this Zeppelin book is fucking amazing. I'm not one to shill on books because I don't usually read many of them. But this is one I will tell. If you're any kind of a fan of Led Zeppelin, this is absolutely, you got to have it. Absolutely should have this thing in your catalog or in your library or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Really good shit. It's hardcover. That's nice. That's expensive.
Sure. Well, that will definitely be one that I'll keep an eye out for, and
I'll see if I can't get another one.
Grab one up, even if I can't get a promo copy.
All right. Okay. Yeah, it's. I don't know what else to say other than it's really fucking good.
Yeah. Everybody knows over this past year I've been, shilling the Stephen Pearcy solo record.
Sure.
But the Zeppelin influences in that record is just, at times, it's, I'll be listening to the Stephen Pearcy. I listened to it again this week.
Right.
And I hear Stairway to Heaven. I hear like, what's the Custard Pie?
Right.
I hear stuff like that, and it's just like, wow, the influences in the whole Pearcy record. The two standouts for the Pearcy record, as far as a tip of the hat to, is definitely Zeppelin and Van Halen.
Right. Sure.
Both of those get big representation in that CD.
Well, Steven, stretch it out a little bit. Try not to sound like Rat.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, that is a good record.
I love that record, and I can't wait for the LA Guns. I know you posted about it, and you told me about it on the phone about how good it is.
Dude, that record fucking jams, man. I was skeptical that it would be that good, and then I liked the first 2 songs that I heard, and then they put that Christine song out there, and I was kind of like, ugh. I don't know if you listened to that song.
I did. I heard all 3. I heard all the 3 that have been released.
Yeah, that song not so good. That Christine song, it's like a bad Ballad of Jane. But man, this album fucking jams, man. It's just really fucking rocking. Just that's surprisingly good. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised, because LA Guns doesn't really do bad records.
Sure.
If you like what they do, they really don't. They really, other than American Hardcore, where they tried not to do what they do, have they done another bad one?
Not really. I mean, it's all been fairly consistent. Some stronger than others. Yeah. I think the one that that really punches you in the face is Vicious Circle,
right,
and Waking the Dead.
Yeah,
those 2 records are just, for Phil Lewis and their style, both of those records are very aggressive.
Sure.
The rest of them have been, mid tempo, moderate records, but good songs.
Mm-hmm.
But outstanding songs, not so much.
Yeah. Like, listen to this. I'll play a little bit of it. This is called A Drop of Bleach.
Okay.
Check this out. It starts playing. Before I go further, can you hear that?
Can't hear a thing.
Fuck! Hold on, I'll send it to you. Hold on. That's why I stopped right there, because I figured I can't figure out why it doesn't do that.
Because Skype changed their properties to where you have to do a virtual plug-in now, to where you have to loop your sound card into your send card.
But that isn't what we're doing with the board.
Yeah, but it won't. You're not playing it through the board and looping it back.
Oh, okay. Well, there. I just sent you the link.
All right. You emailed it?
Just through the chat.
Oh, Skype.
Did I email it?
Yeah, email's better for me because I can open it on the other machine.
All right, let's see.
Because then we're going to end up with the same situation you have where I can play it, but you won't hear it.
Right. Let me compose.
Email it over here and we'll play something for the kids.
All right, here we go. LAG. Send. All right, sent to your main account.
All right. Let me refresh here and see if it's there yet.
Give him a drop of bleach.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Let's see here.
Get it?
Not yet.
Fuck.
Still waiting.
Live radio, folks.
Yeah, man.
It's the best.
Nope, still waiting.
The fuck? I sent that seconds ago.
I know. It's not fast enough.
No.
All right, we're waiting on the LA guns. Oh, there it is. There it is. Got it.
All right.
And got it. And you say drop of bleach?
Yeah.
All right, let's play just a little snippet of that.
All right.
Here it is. Here we go. That's very Vicious Circle.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Yeah, that's kind of like Long Time Dead.
Yeah, a little faster, but yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely in that vein, though.
Yeah, the whole album, really, really solid. I mean, if you liked them before, you'll like it. Yeah. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and we're supposed to have Phil Lewis on soon.
Yep, I'm talking to him later this week, coming up.
All right.
This week, sometime, I'm talking to him.
Right.
I'm doing interviews out the ass this week. I think I'm doing like 5 this week. I'm talking to the guys from Weapons of Anew, including Ray West. And then I'm talking to Phil Lewis. And then I'm talking to Doug Aldridge. And I think I might be talking to John Corabi as well for the book. So I think that's the 5.
A lot of favorites.
Yep.
I like Doug Aldridge. I like Phil Lewis.
Yeah, that Aldridge going to be an interesting one because I don't know about you, but I'm not feeling the Revolution Saints.
I haven't heard it.
Sounds like Journey.
All right.
Which, I mean, I get it. Dean was in Journey, but Dean's the singer, and he sounds like Steve Perry. You know, it's like, okay, it's all right. It's just sort of there.
Okay.
But whatever. If nothing else, I'll talk to him about Dead Daisies, which I do like. So, all good.
All right. Well, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's play a couple of tunes.
All right.
And we'll see what we got going on here. Right. Another fan favorite, or at least one of my favorites, Every Mother's Nightmare.
Sure.
Has a new CD out just called Grind.
It's me, Rick Rule.
That's Rick Rule of Every Mother's Nightmare, and they're still out there cranking away, even though they've never been a top-tier band at all.
I got to tell you, Neely, we're just grinding it out. Grind. That's why we call it grind.
Yep, exactly. But they do have a new CD out on High Volume Music.
All right.
And they are promoting it, so they're kind enough to let us promote it.
Yeah. So
let's play some of this. Play something we haven't heard yet.
All right.
Let's play some... let me see here. We Played slow. Let's play Swing again.
Okay.
Let's play that one.
And why that one?
I don't know. I just picked it.
Random. Pink.
Yep, that's it. All right, well, let's play some Every Mother's Nightmare. Let's play a couple tunes. We'll be back. Here it is. It's Rick Rule, Every Mother's Nightmare, from their latest release called Grind, and it's Swing Again, exclusively here
on your classic metal show.
Hey, this is Rick Rule from Every Mother's Nightmare, and you're listening to Chris and Neely on the Classic Metal Show. Crank it up.